Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you through a 35-minute full body Pilates workout. You don't need any equipment today, and we're getting started seated at one end of our mat in a cross-legged position with some deep breaths. So on your inhale, reach your arms forward and straight overhead. Exhale, sweep them behind you and down by your sides. Again, inhale, arms reach forward and overhead. Exhale, sweep them behind you, back to your sides. Two more. Big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, opening up through the upper body. Last one like this. And big exhale. This time, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist over the left side of your body, placing your right hand on the left knee and looking over that left shoulder, getting a gentle spinal twist here. Inhale, reach your arms through center. Exhale, other side, twisting over to the right, bringing that left hand onto the right knee, placing the right fingertips behind the body, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, arms reach up through center, and exhale, let them float down by your sides. Now reach your left arm up and over to the right side of your mat, maybe dropping down onto that right forearm, feeling that stretch through the left side body. And then bring your left hand behind your head, and on your inhale, rotate left elbow down towards the right knee. Exhale, untwist. Two more like this. Inhale, rotate elbow down towards the knee. Exhale, lift up, just gently rotating through that spine. Last one. Lift up. Extend the left arm back overhead and lift up through center. Let's do the other side. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, fall up and over to the left side of the mat. Bring your hand behind your head and inhale, rotate right elbow to left knee, looking down towards the ground. Exhale, untwist. Two more. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, come back to your starting position. Last one. And reach that right arm overhead, lift all the way up through center. Awesome job. Spine should be a bit more warmed up now. So uncross your legs, place your feet in front of you on the mat, hip distance apart, sit up nice and tall. Let's start with our half roll down. Reach your arms straight out in front of you. Inhale, reach them straight overhead. Exhale, sweep them around behind you, tuck the hips under, roll halfway down the mat. Again, inhale, sit up tall, arms reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms around, half roll down. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, tuck the hips, curve through the spine. Inhale, reach up, finding length through the spine. Exhale, circle the arms around as we tuck back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, half roll down, finding that C curve shape through the spine here, pressing both feet down into the mat to ground you here. Just give me one more, warming up through the abs. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, sweep the arms around, hold in your half roll down. Inhale, pull your elbows in towards the ribs. Exhale, press the arms forward. Inhale, elbows pull back. Exhale, press forward. Six more, pull back. Press forward, spread your fingertips nice and wide here, being active through the upper body as we pull back, squeezing the shoulder blades and reach forward, staying frozen through the spine in that half roll down position as we inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach forward. Last one, inhale, and hold the arms forward now. Let's warm up into our obliques now. So on your inhale, pull your left elbow down towards the mat, rotate to the left side. Exhale, come through center. Inhale, right elbow pulls down, rotate through the spine. Exhale, center. Inhale, left side, and reach forward. Inhale to the right, and reach forward. Let's do 6 more each side, twisting through the spine, keeping the lower half of the spine pointing forward the entire time, so hips and belly button are pointing towards the front of your mat. The rotation is coming from the thoracic spine or the mid-back here as we rotate to the left and press the arm forward. Inhale, right elbow pulls back. Exhale, reach, working the obliques or the sides of the waist here. Keep breathing through this. We just have one more each side, so rotate left and forward. Last one, rotate to the right. Hold with the arms through center. Let's pulse the upper body back to finish for 10. For 9, little lifts and lowers up and down through the upper body here, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just for 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Hold for an inhale. And exhale, tuck the hips under, roll all the way down through the spine, placing your arms down by your sides and extending your legs straight out in front of you with the feet hip distance apart. And reach your arms straight up overhead, getting ready for our Pilates roll up, starting out nice and slow. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, crunch up through the upper body, reach your arms by your hips. Inhale for a pause. Exhale, tuck the hips under, roll up through the spine. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come back overhead. Exhale, tuck the hips under, roll down through the spine. Let's do that all again. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, crunch up through the chest, reach arms by your hips. Inhale for a pause. Exhale, tuck the hips under, roll up through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up, finding some length through the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, tuck the hips under, roll all the way down. Either stick with that speed or let's pick up the pace a little bit. So on your inhale, roll all the way up through the spine, tucking the hips under as we go. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, tuck the hips under, roll all the way down through the spine. Exhale, arms overhead. Again, inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Exhale, arms overhead. 4 more times like this. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, arms overhead. 3 more just like this. Really pressing down through the legs here to give you a bit of leverage as you roll up. If you're having trouble getting all the way up through the spine, feel free to bend the knees, placing the feet on the ground to give you a bit more pressure to work with through the lower body to push yourself up to that seated position. This is your last one. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, arms overhead. Awesome job. Go ahead and hug your knees in towards your chest now. Scoot down on the mat if you shifted back like I did during those roll-ups. And just maybe rock from side to side, massaging out through the low back, taking some deep breaths here. Hold through center now, place your feet down onto the mat with your arms by your sides, and let's get ready to stretch out through the legs a bit more. So grab a hold of the back of your left leg, flex through your left foot. Inhale, draw heel to glute. Exhale, straighten your leg towards the sky. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, straighten. 3 more rounds of this dynamic hamstring stretch. 2 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight. Last one. Hold that left leg extended now. Inhale, point the foot. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point and flex. 3 more, warming up through the ankle and the foot. Last 2. And last one. Bend the left knee now. Place your foot back down on the mat. Let's head straight into the other side. So grab a hold of the back of the right leg. Inhale, draw heel to glute. Exhale, straighten. 4 more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight. Last 3, stretching out the back of that right leg. 2 more. And last one, hold your leg extended. Inhale, point the foot. Exhale, flex, getting that same ankle and foot stretch on this side. Last 2. And last one. Hold that right foot pointed now. Interlace your hands behind your head with the elbows out wide and curl up through the upper body in a crunched position. Extend your left leg long down the mat and let's bicycle the legs. So bend one knee in and up as we lower the opposite leg straight down. So just flowing through the lower body here, having a bit of fun with this while also getting some burn through the core as we bicycle the legs in a forward motion. Just a couple more here in this direction, bending one knee, straightening the other. And let's put it in reverse, straightening one leg up as we bicycle the other leg out. Requires a bit of coordination here. We're working the mind and the body today as we bicycle the legs. I think this is always fun, flowing through the lower body, but still building some heat through the center as we're crunched up through the upper body. Just give me a couple more. And tap your feet down on the mat, draw your knees in towards your chest, and just circle out the knees a couple of times in each direction. Place your feet back on the mat and let's get ready for some glute work now. So roll over onto the right side of your body. Place your elbow down on the mat and rest your head in your hand. Bend your knees at a 90-degree angle and draw your knees straight out in front of the hips, flexing both of your feet, and place your left hand in front of the chest for a bit of support here. Float your left knee up a couple of inches. Inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, press your leg out straight to the side. Inhale, bend the knee in parallel to the right leg. Exhale, press your leg out. Inhale, bend it in 6 more, starting out nice and slow. Really flexing through that left foot here, imagining that you're pushing something super heavy away from you down the mat, pressing it away down that left side as we inhale, bend. Exhale, press the leg away, keeping the leg lifted at hip height or a little bit higher here to start to build some tension through that left glute. This is your last one. Press the leg away, and then hold your left knee parallel to the right. On your exhale, lift the left knee up. Inhale, draw it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So movement is coming from the hip here, so the leg is staying in the same 90-degree bend the entire time. We're just opening up through the hip and then bringing the left knee back parallel. Lift it up, lower it down. We've got 2 more here. And last one, hold that left knee parallel. Once again, let's take some circles with the left knee. So lift it up, around to the back, and through center. Up and around, draw it through center. 4 more here, finding the range of motion that works for you, making sure you're not arching through the lower back here. The only thing that's moving is that left leg, that left hip. This is your last one in this direction, and let's put it in reverse. Press the left leg back, lift it up and around to the front. Press it back, up and around, opening up through that left hip while also building a lot of heat through that left glute. Press back, up and around. 2 more here. And last one, circle it around, hold parallel to the front once again. And this time, just lift and lower the knee. So flare your left knee up and parallel. Flare it up, pull it down. So instead of moving from the hip here, we're just focusing on lifting and lowering that knee, rotating through the leg, getting a bit more of a pinch through that left glute. As we exhale, rotate, inhale, lower. Exhale, twist, and down. This is your last one like this. Hold the knee parallel. And press your left leg straight out down the side now. Point through the toes. Tap your toes down to the front of the mat. Lift them up and over, tap to the back. Up and over to the front. Up and over to the back. 6 more of these rainbow arcs here. Making sure the top of our leg is facing forward here, so the hips are stacked one on top of the other, and we're not rolling back, opening up through that left hip. We're really focusing on that up and over motion, squeezing through the left glute. This is your last one. And hold the leg up through center, flex the foot, give me baby bend presses through the knee. So little bend and press, like you're stamping on a gas pedal as we bend and press for 4 more. Last 3, 2, and 1. Point through the foot, give me circles to the back with the leg for 10. For 9, maybe lift that leg up a little bit higher if you're looking for some more tension here, squeezing through that left glute. 3 more in this direction, 2, and 1. Put it in reverse, circles to the front for 10. For 9, really flexing through the right foot here, grounding down through that right leg so that maybe you can lift the left leg a little bit higher. Just for 3, last 2, and 1. Hold through center, flex the foot, pulse the leg up to finish for 10. For 9, I know that glute is burning, but this is it. This is our final push on this left side. Just 5 more pulses. Lift that leg a little bit higher. You can do it. Just here for 2 more. And last one. Relax the leg. Draw your left knee up in front of your chest. Extend your right leg long down the mat and feel that stretch through the left glute. Maybe giving it a couple of taps to say thank you, rotating your chest towards the sky, whatever feels good here. And when you're ready, let's rotate back onto the back side of the body, bending your knees hip distance apart. And just windshield wiper your knees from side to side a couple of times, releasing any remaining tension through the hips and the glutes. Hold your knees through center now, and let's give the glutes a break and get ready to work the abs for a bit. So interlace your hands behind your head with the elbows out nice and wide, and lift your knees up to tabletop, stacking them over the hips. Keep the big toes together, but flare your knees out to the side so that your legs are in a diamond shape. Inhale to prepare, and on your exhale, curl up through the chest. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, lower. 6 more like this, so legs are staying frozen in that diamond the entire time. We're just curling up through the chest and lowering back down. Trying to lift the head, neck, and shoulder blades all up off the mat to really contract through that core as we inhale at the bottom and exhale, crunch up. Let's hold lifted in our crunch position now. And on your inhale, tap your left toes down to the mat. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, tap the right toes. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap the left. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap the right. Exhale, lift. We've got 6 more each side. Making sure that we're hinging from the hip here, not at the knee, so the leg is staying bent at the same angle, in the same shape the entire time. Just hinging at that hip to lower your toes all the way down to the mat, and then hinging at the hip to lift them all the way back up to that diamond position. Lower back is staying pressed into the mat the entire time here, especially as we lower the toes down, because it might want to start to creep up, but we're using the strength of that core to keep it flat on the mat. And just give me 1 more each side. Inhale to tap the toes. Exhale, lift. Last one. And lift. Now on your inhale, lower both legs down to the mat and exhale, lift them back over the hips. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, lift, keeping the legs in that diamond shape the entire time. If you feel your lower back starting to creep up, I want you to reduce the range of motion here, maybe lowering halfway, maybe lowering only a couple of inches, whatever works for you. However, you're able to keep that lower back pressed down onto the mat. But if you're able, I want you to try to tap those toes all the way down to the mat in front of you. And exhale, lift back up, stopping when your knees come over the hips. And let's hold with the knees lifted now. Tap your right elbow over to the right knee, and then tap left elbow to left knee. Tap right to right, and left to left. This is the final section of this ab series, just swiveling from side to side, making sure we're still nice and lifted through the upper body, balanced up on those shoulder blades. As we swivel to the right, and to the left, squeezing through the obliques here, through the sides of the waist. Just give me 1 more each side, you can do it. And hold through center, lower through the chest, and bend the knees in, hugging them in towards the body. Awesome job, that is not an easy series. Just rock gently from side to side, once again massaging out through that low back and taking a couple of deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, place your feet back down onto the mat and roll over onto the left side of the body now, getting ready to repeat that entire glute series for the right glute. So coming down onto the left side, left elbow comes to the mat, head rests in our hand. Knees bend at 90 degrees and they come straight out from the hips with the feet flexed. Right hand comes in front of the chest for some stability, and then go ahead and float your right knee up over the left. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press the right leg out to the side. Inhale, bend the knee back in front of the hip. Exhale, press the leg out. Inhale, bend it in. 6 more, once again starting nice and slow here. I still want you to think about pressing something heavy away from you down the right side of the mat, so squeezing up that entire right leg as you press the foot out and bend it in, making sure that right foot is nice and flexed, toes are drawing up towards the face. As we exhale, press away. Inhale, bend the knee in. This is your last one. Inhale, draw the knee back in. Exhale, lift the right knee up towards the sky. Inhale, draw it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So for this one, we're lifting and lowering from the hip. The knee is staying bent at the same angle, in the same shape the entire time, with that right foot flexed as we lift up. Lower down, squeezing through that right glute here. Just give me 2 more as we exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And last one. Hold the right knee parallel to the left and give me those big circles. So up and around to the back and through center. Up and around, back through center. 4 more here. Once again, thinking about not letting any arch come into that low back. We're just moving from that right hip here, from that right glute, opening up through the hip. Just give me 1 more in this direction. And let's switch it up. Press the right foot back behind you, lift it up and around to the front. Press it back, lift it up and forward. 4 more here, maybe making this range of motion a bit bigger each time as we open up through the hip. Just give me 2 more. Press it back, up and around. Last one. Back, up, and hold to the front now. Keep your foot where it is, just flare the knee up and lower it down. Exhale, flare the knee. Inhale, lower, keeping that right leg floated up above the left here so they're nice and parallel as we flare the right knee up and down, pinching through that right glute with this tiny movement that creates so much heat. Exhale, flare. Inhale, lower. And then let's press that right leg long down the mat. Point through the foot, tap your toes to the front of the mat, lift up and over to the back. Tap to the front and tap to the back. 6 more here, focusing on that up and over motion so we get a squeeze through that right glute each time in these rainbow arcs here. Making sure the hips are staying stacked on top of one another, especially as we tap the toes to the back. We've just got 1 more here, so tap to the front. Tap to the back and hold, lifted through center. Flex the foot, give me those baby bend presses with the knee. Bend, press, bend, press. 7 more here, maybe lift the leg up a little bit higher like you're stamping down on a gas pedal. Just for 3 more, last 2. And last one, point through the foot and give me circles to the front now for 10. For 9, maybe lift that leg up a little bit higher. You can do it, drawing circles about the size of a baseball here, so not a huge range of motion. Just 2 more in this direction. And put it in reverse, 10 circles to the back. You're almost at the finish line of this right glute. I know it burns, you can do it. Just 5 more here, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth for 2 more. And last one, flex the foot, finish with pulses up for 10. For 9, for 8, this is the final push of this right glute. You can do it, keep breathing here just for 4 more. We get a stretch in 3, in 2, and 1. Bend that right knee, draw it up in front of the chest, extend the left leg long down the mat, feel that stretch out through the right glute. Maybe giving it a couple of taps to say thank you as well. Taking some deep breaths here, just decompressing. And then roll over onto your back now with the knees bent and the feet hip distance apart. Let's stretch out both of those glutes. So cross your left ankle over the right knee. Grab a hold of the back of your right leg, draw right knee in towards the chest for our figure 4, stretching out through that left glute and hip. Lower your right foot back down onto the mat, uncross the left, cross right ankle over left knee, and hug your left knee into the chest now, stretching out through the right side here. Place your left foot down, uncross the right, and just find that windshield wiper motion, once again releasing any remaining tension through the hips. The glutes are finished working during this class. We're switching back to the core. So hold your knees back through center now. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and lift your upper body up towards the knee. And extend your left leg long down the mat. Let's get ready for our single leg stretch. So draw right knee into the chest, then switch the legs and draw the left knee in. Draw the right knee in and the left knee in. I like to inhale as the knees switch and exhale as I draw one knee in towards the chest. The other leg is extended long down the mat, sending energy in both directions as we draw one knee in, switch, and switch, switch, and switch in our single leg stretch. Draw both knees in towards the chest now. Reach your arms down by your hips, and on your inhale, reach arms overhead. Extend the legs in front of you. Exhale, knees to chest, arms sweep around. Inhale, arms and legs extend. Exhale, they draw through center. 6 more here in our double leg stretch. So both arms, both legs reaching in opposite direction and then drawing in through center. Inhale, reach. Exhale through center, staying balanced up on the shoulder blades here, lower back pressing into the mat, belly button pulling down through the spine, core is nice and engaged. This is your last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep the arms around, knees come in, and then interlace your hands behind your head. Extend your legs straight up to the sky, feet are flexed. Inhale, lower both legs to the mat. Exhale, point the toes, lift them straight up. Inhale, flex the feet, lower the legs. Exhale, point the toes, lift them up. 6 more. This is our final move of this core series. It's the most challenging of the 3, our double leg lowers. If it's more comfortable for you, you can lower down through the upper body and just focus on moving the legs here. Once again, lower back is pressing down into the mat, especially as we lower those legs down. Just give me 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, and last one, you can do it. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift them back over the hips, lower the chest down, hug the knees in towards the body, and circle out your knees a couple of times in each direction. Awesome job. Those leg lowers are not easy. And then reach through your knees, grab a hold of the outsides of your feet, and open your feet up towards the sky, finding your happy baby. Awesome pose for opening up through the hips and the inner thighs. Just take some deep breaths here. Gently bend through your knees, release your feet, and place your feet down on the mat now. Let's get ready for our final series of this class. We've got a little plank combo. So flip around and let's find our forearm plank. So forearms come down on the mat with the shoulders stacked over the elbows and the legs extend straight behind us, creating a straight line from the top of our head across towards the heels. So let's tap both knees down onto the mat, lift them up, then press your hips up and back and shift forward into your plank. Again, both knees tap down and lift, hips press up and back, dolphin pike. and shift forward. 6 more rounds of this. Knees tap down and up. Hips press up, piking the hips, and shift forward. Knees tap down and lift. Arms and feet stay where they are. The hips just press up towards the sky, and we shift forward, finding our plank. Tap the knees down and up. And imagine I've tied a string around your hips, and I'm lifting and lowering you from that string, piking the hips up towards the sky. Inhaling to pike the hips. Exhale, shift forward. Inhale, tap the knees. Exhale, lift. Pike the hips up, working into the upper body. Now we've got one more round of this combo. You can do it. We stretch after this. Pike the hips up and shift forward. Find your plank. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Tap the knees down. Bring them out as wide as the mat. Big toes come together. Sit your hips back. Reach the arms forward. Wide-legged child's pose. Gently walk your hands over to the right side of the mat now. Press your hips down, feeling that stretch up the left side of the body. And go ahead and walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. Hips press down, stretching out the right side. Walk your hands back through center now. And then gently walk your hands back in towards your hips. Swing your legs around in front of you so they're hip distance apart with the feet flexed. And inhale, reach your arms straight overhead. Exhale, find your forward fold, hinging over the legs, stretching out through the hamstrings here. Slowly walk your hands up your legs now. Cross your left foot over the right knee. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, twist over the left shoulder, hooking that right elbow onto the left knee, twisting through the spine. Gently release, extend the left leg, cross right foot over left knee, and the left arm comes up and over, hooking onto that right knee, twisting over the right shoulder. Gently come out of this twist now and draw the bottoms of your feet together. Grab a hold of your ankles and hinge forward at the hips, drawing your chest down towards your toes. Maybe gently pressing down on the knees with the elbows to get a deeper stretch through the hips and the inner thighs in this butterfly position. Lift back up through the chest now and find a cross-legged position in the center of your mat. Bring your fingertips onto your shoulders and draw big circles back with the elbows for 3 more, rotating through the upper body. Last one, give me circles to the front now for 4, for 3, for 2 more big dramatic circles. Last one. And release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, fall up and over to the left side of the mat, dropping down onto that left forearm, opening up through the right side. Maybe looking up towards the sky if that feels good for you. Lift up through center, other side. Left arm lifts up and over to the right, dropping down to the right forearm. Again, maybe shifting your gaze up, rotating through the neck here. And lift up through center. Let's finish this class just like how we started. So inhale, reach your arms straight up overhead. Exhale, sweep them behind you and back to your sides. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, press them back and through center. 2 more, reach the arms up. Exhale, press back and to the sides. Last one, big breath in and big breath out through the mouth. And that is it for today's 35-minute full body Pilates workout. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.